Welcome in to a very special one-shot that will be leading into the Adventures of Misfits. I'll be leading this off with Donovan. Go ahead, my game master.
All right. So each of you is uniquely qualified for a job. Now, I'm just going to sort of ad-lib this opening part for each of you, and we'll allow you to introduce yourselves as naturally as possible. But it's going to start with each of you having found a card on your possession. Like an actual playing card. Like it was just there with an invitation and a location. A town called Wake's End. And a time. And a tavern.
You're going to name it what?
Excellent.
Something about this dissemination feels more of a command than a request. The distinct feeling of this isn't really something I should ignore is evident in the handwriting.
Well, apparently someone has asked for my natural talents. I think I'll be taking this invitation.
Mm-hmm. I'm sitting in a shadow.
Yeah, and there's a card in your pocket.
Calm down.
Card in my pocket?
You find a card in your pocket.
While you were doing your little edgelord brood fest, you realized that there was something physically on you that wasn't there 5 minutes ago. And you have no idea how it got there. But the card has instructions. Wait, Wake's
Time,
End.
date.
A meet-up.
Mm-hmm. Wake's End.
How'd you
Hangman's
say?
Tavern.
I say interesting.
3 bells past noon.
And I go check out the area before I even get there.
You're going to have to travel. It's going to take a day to get there.
That's fine. I gotta be there. I got all the supplies I need.
Each of you have found this card, depending on where you were and what you were doing.
Right.
But you all found it, and you have no idea how it happened.
That's why I go in to find out. No one puts a card in an assassin's pocket without knowing for no reason.
I mean, is there a better rogue than you are?
Or they teleport to get there.
Yeah. You gotta be magic user, some sort of real good pickpocket.
Hey, bub. No bubbas. Now, I want each of the 4 of you to roll me a d4. I want to see who gets there first. Okay?
What are we looking? Higher or lower?
Am I one of the 4?
Yes, you are.
Higher or lower?
Just roll.
I got 2.
4. Nat 4.
I got a 4 as well.
Are you using the app? Nice. Hey, this is color in my dice. The wood dice.
So, you two, the ones who rolled 4s, you guys arrive first.
So we right at the same exact moment, or
At the exact same moment.
so inside the gate at the exact same moment.
No, to the door to the tavern. You bump into each other on the way in.
He wants you to hold him.
I know.
Okay.
Ron, you got a 2?
What?
Wait, no, I don't
What
go
you
in
got?
through the door.
They said on my
I'm an assassin. I go in through a fucking window.
Like,
I don't know. I
Are
scout
you
this place.
flying?
Like I want to scout it. I'm not there to meet yet.
Well, you get
Okay,
there.
you go to climb in through a window, and several crossbow bolts start flying in your
I
direction.
wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
I jump.
You know what? I want you to roll me perception.
Donovan, no bud.
Okay.
Ow. Oh.
That's a D10, D20.
D20.
Alright.
I'd rather not take off
You
my
said
shoes.
something about me, even though
Donovan.
I
12.
rolled lower.
Donovan.
You and Ron rolled the same number.
15.
No, bud.
Okay.
Come here.
This is probably the shittiest, seediest tavern you have ever seen.
It's,
Let's put it like this.
so I get to that
Ben
business.
Kenobi would have described it as a hive of scum and villainy. This place is worse than that.
Okay, cool.
Yum yum.
My kind of place.
Yum man.
Well, no. Like, you still have that sort of religious bend going to you. This place makes you, it disgusts you. This is like, a decade ago, this is the kind of place you would have burned to the ground and shot anything that came out of it.
Huh.
And then
Okay.
salted the earth afterwards to
Okay.
ensure nothing grows there because, well, filth.
I put my cloak hood on and I walk in.
Alright, so you bump into him.
Yeah. So you see me jump off the roof.
And here you see a plainly very not dressed turtle. A great turtle.
A large turtle person. You've never seen a turtle before. You've heard of them. But you've never actually seen
Out
one.
of 100 years, I've never seen one?
Nope.
Huh.
Turtles in this part of the world are incredibly uncommon. They're from much further east.
I raise an eyebrow and just nod.
Now, as a turtle,
Well, you look fucking strange.
I have a question for you. As a turtle, do you wear clothes, or do you just like cover
Go
only
butt
like,
ass.
like what would be considered the most important parts in?
I wear actual just clothes.
So clothes cut to fit your very turtley body.
Yep.
Now,
So these you look civilized?
here's another question. Okay?
It's really just a simple like t-shirt and pants. That's all it is.
Ah, civilized.
Okay, so you dress civilized.
Common.
Now here's one more question for you. As far as turtles go, what kind of turtle features do you have?
Snapping turtle.
Like, do you look like a tortoise, like
old
a
man
sea
who-
turtle? Like,
Snapping turtle what?
like wherever it is that you came from, you probably look like something that might have been native there at some point. And you can use this as a visual reference.
Hang on, am I allowed to
I
be a
am going to be
dick?
I'm going to be a box turtle.
Rob, am I able to be a dick?
What's your race again?
I am Azamar,
That's right.
a fallen Azamar.
Don't know. I haven't seen it.
I'm a fallen Azamar, so I don't like.
All right, so you're pale skin
So my-
and dark and.
So I'm
Black hair.
actually not gray. What I am is I'm actually most of me is like my skin wise is dark brown, but the hinges of my shell are like yellow and orange markings.
Yeah, my physical attribute is pure black eyes, like void black, white, and all.
So it doesn't look like you have any details in the eye.
Yeah, I have no color in my eyes but black.
All right, I want you both to roll me perception.
Oh.
I want to see if you notice this. And while you guys
Nat
are
20
Nat 20, okay,
plus 3, so 23.
okay.
Ha! I love my nats.
14 total.
All right. Well, you notice he has a card on him, and so do you.
Well, apparently I'm not the only one who got this.
So which one was the turtle, your mom or your dad?
Well, that was a snapping turtle. He liked to bite. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Should've been mom.
All right.
Mom should
I
have
bet
Mom
mom
just,
liked
Mom
it
just
too.
enjoyed it. They used to play hide the shell game. You know what I mean?
I like you. I walk in.
What's your name?
Drax Telix.
I'm Terry the turtle.
I was not expecting that. All right. So you two decide to grab a table together since you're obviously there for the same reason. All right. You two also arrive at about the same time, but given the difference in size, you don't really bump into each other. Now the question...
Is there a smoke or a fire coming out of a flue or a smokestack or something?
Yes. I mean, this is a tavern that cooks food and brews.
Yeah, it's everything.
Right. So,
It's a tavern.
given my past experiences, I'll be assessing my ability to enter the building through that flue without damaging myself or
A flue powder.
or my equipment or something like that.
No,
Can I go down there fast enough that the heat doesn't affect me too much?
Well, the smoke isn't very dense, and it doesn't look like they've really started doing any heavy cooking at the moment. And it is daytime. It's 3 in the afternoon.
Probably hasn't been cleaned in a while.
No, going down there means that you're going to be coming out sooty.
Very sweet.
Hey, that can help with a hide check once I get in there.
If you was
Yep.
a bird.
So my
Yeah,
goal,
but
is to go in through the flue, to exit the fire chamber and hide.
So you're going to
immediately.
You want to get the flue? Got it. I stole it from Ron. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not at all sorry.
All right. So that's my intent.
So give me I want you both to give me perception checks to see if you notice each other.
What's a 20?
Yeah.
I'm
roll it.
sorry if anyone
roll the
smells
d20.
something.
I would pass a 19. I can take that if you want me to.
I rolled a 6, but I don't know what else modifies it.
It'd be 6 plus the skill, which would be
19.
But perception is intelligence. My intelligence is 15, and I'm trained in it.
So, let's see, 15, so...
It's 2.
2 plus... Okay, so you add 5 to that.
So 11 total.
You do not notice him.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's, Ron's playing a guy.
Yeah.
But he definitely sees you with his passive of 19.
Uh-huh.
And he's not entirely sure everything that you saw. You just saw something humanoid flying go into the flue of this rather seedy establishment. Which feels like home for you, considering, before all this happened, you were a fucking pirate.
Question.
Can I do a little
Is
flourish?
my race rare?
Yes.
It's not common.
So it's not as rare as his, though.
You're both very uncommon. Like,
Okay.
he's never met an Asimar, and you've never met a fucking Tortle.
And
And
because
no one
I'm-
in this town has ever seen either of those, let alone
And I'm
walking into the door together.
And I'm honestly always covered in the face, so it's kind of hard to realize what I am.
And yes, you may flourish.
So before I go down the flue, I would like stop at the rim and do like as if I'm like doing a half gainer with a twist, like diving off a diving board.
Okay, you know what? I want you to put a 1 here. I'm
Athletics.
giving you a point of inspiration for that, because that was genius.
Be like Iron Maiden style and hands out.
Love it.
Do the cross before I go down.
Cat went underneath.
$2.
Cat's in your ass, man.
For like beer, hot dogs, popcorn.
I like popcorn.
All right.
You like popcorn? Oh, you like popcorn, right?
Yeah, I can pop a few bags here.
Where'd they go?
We'll go for a little bit, and then I'll throw some popcorn on for you guys if you want.
Yeah.
All right. So you enter the establishment, Ron,
Yes.
and it's pretty standard fare here.
Still playing with this.
Mostly humans. You see a couple of dwarves.
Still playing with
Nothing
this
to
old
write home about, except for the fact that there's a giant fucking turtle person and what looks like a fallen angel sitting together at a table. It's like the beginnings of a bad joke.
I tell him what my specialty is.
All right.
So,
And they're already eating.
Hey, doggy.
You can't hear their conversation, but you can.
I got a meat cheese and vegetable flour.
So I'm letting you, Nick, know I'm like this. So, just an FYI, since I could obviously see what you are, and you're as rare as I am. I'm a fallen Azamar assassin
what does
druid.
the card actually say on it? Meet at this location. Does it say anybody particular?
No, but it
no.
was on your person, and you didn't begin the day with this card when it arrived. It just was there. You had gotten off the ship. You were done with your. You had fulfilled your contract, and
We're good.
it was just there before you even walked off the ship. All you can assume would be maybe someone on board slipped it to you, but I mean that's awful fucking brazen.
Let's do an insight 9. And,
Alright.
and a perception on the card. And there's no name on there, right?
Nope.
Okay.
But it feels important,
Oh, of course.
and it feels like it was meant for you.
Hey, Rob. Could I have a monster by haps?
Normally I would say yes, but we're kind of
Low?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we just did buy that, but we gotta try and get that to last us the week.
Oh, okay.
Before I get settled in, which way is the bathroom that I would use?
Straight back.
Thank you.
In there, in the door, the second one on the right.
Thank you.
I only know about Fallen Azamars by name. I mean, after all, my patron is actually a celestial himself.
Huh.
So I know about Fallen Azamars, but I've never seen one, especially like you. I've
Yeah.
seen an Azamar, but not a Fallen Azamar. I thought they were myths.
Nope.
Well,
Nah,
son
you're
of a
a
bitch.
myth too.
Well, hell.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, we don't really go outside the East Coast very much.
Now, I'm gonna ask you two this before I have Ron do his thing. These cards. Do you have them out and on the table?
Yes.
I do, yeah. As I'm eating, I'm
I
just
do
trying
too.
to...
It's a way to show whoever else is coming.
I
Obviously, there's others. There's us.
I'm
too.
sitting here like just like toying with it,
So you're
standing
just
up.
screwing around with it like
Yeah.
little sort of card
I just
tricks.
have mine sitting right next to me.
All right, Ron,
Yeah.
when you peruse this and you see this beginning of a really bad fucking bar joke, you don't even need to roll it. You see that they both have cards identical to the one in your possession.
Okay.
So, can I do well, according to the game, I can do a minor illusion.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to adjust my card.
You may.
Okay. Alright.
No, you don't have to tell me how you're adjusting it.
But it definitely will not be the same card.
You want it to look more important.
Right.
So gold leafing around the edges and, you know, some embellishments that weren't there before.
Yeah, that's fine. I would appreciate that.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe a dagger through the skull.
Did I miss anything important?
Nope.
No.
Ron has come in and I wanted to know if they had the
Cards out.
cards out.
Mhm.
So he knows that this rather odd couple are a part of this little group meetup. Are you going to take a seat with them?
Yeah, I'll produce my card in its own fashion, and then they might say, "Well, maybe you don't belong here," but I don't know that for a
So
fact.
you're going to walk up, flourish,
Yeah,
and grab a seat?
very glad to see you guys.
Oh.
Describe yourself to them, please.
Well, it's a human. That's one thing I do have down here. I'll tell you that. We'll assume 6 foot.
Hey, do I like humans?
200.
That's
Blue eyes. Brown hair.
I'll say I
middle-aged?
mistrust humans.
Well, we'll say
older, younger,
20, 22.
22?
You know what? I'll just say I mistrust humans.
Well, technically, one of your parents was human.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, both of your parents were human. Just one of their ancestors decided to diddle an angel.
Nice.
There you go, Beans.
Still don't trust you.
Okay. So
I'm
you
okay with it. I like
take a
animals.
seat. You guys can obviously see him. He's described himself. He's a pretty run-of-the-mill human.
Oh, a human joining us. Okay, well now that you know we're not a bunch of circus freaks.
What are you talking about? That's the worst of them all.
While you guys are having that little conversation and possibly filling in the new arrival, you come out of the fireplace.
Okay.
There is a fire that looks like they just started, like a few minutes ago. It hasn't quite caught all the way yet. There's a big pot over it though, like they're getting ready to make some stew. Some of the ash falls into it, but you know, not you.
Okay. So I'm covered in soot, so I'm all shadowy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And given the maneuver that I just did, am I aware of these guys being in there? And
You know the pirate who you. Well, actually, no. You did not see him. You didn't you look and you're like, okay, triple gainer and down the flue.
all right.
But you're probably assuming there's going to be at least one or two other people in there. You're just not sure how to identify them at the
Is
moment.
it like a flat ceiling or is it like rafters, like beams?
Oh, it's got rafters.
Okay.
There's this place. It says it's an inn. There's really no place to sleep except on the sawdust-covered floor.
So immediately what I'm going to look for is something like a pin cushion or a little pillow or something, and I'm going to try to take it up to one of the rafters where I could get comfy, where I could kick my feet up and relax a little bit.
All right. Well, you
Can I-
successfully find a pincushion
Okay.
that belongs to
Can I
the
see if I
wife
notice
or
him?
daughter of the proprietor of this inn, who might also be a whore. And you sneak it up into the rafters, and you find yourself a comfortable spot. Give me another perception check.
Can I do one?
In fact, all three of you may roll perception as well to see if you notice the newcomer who flies.
Nah, 20.
20?
Same.
All right, let me see what the other two get.
17.
17?
So I got 23. What's yours?
So my intent is I'll be like adjusting the pins on the pin cushion to make like a perfect little bed on there.
Or you could arrange them so it's like a back, so you can sit on it like a little throne.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bubba's, that's not for you. All right. What'd you roll, Nick? Perception. That's not for you either,
Missed
Bubba.
that.
Bubba, no.
Woohoo. Perception is 23.
Okay. Ron,
17.
17.
And 8 and 9.
Do I need to come get him?
No, he's okay.
I think he farted.
All right. You catch a glimpse of something, Ron, but I'm just gonna give it to you and say that you assume that it was what you saw going down the chimney when you were before you came in. You two do see that there is a fey creature up in the rafters, you know, making a nice little seat for himself or herself. You can't quite tell.
Can I tell if he's a card holder?
Actually, no, you cannot.
No.
You do see their cards on the table, though, so that answers that question.
I just look.
You know, a turtle, a fallen Asimar,
Who's looking right
if you
at
had to
you?
guess,
Who's looking right at you?
a normal-looking pirate human person.
I'm just
See,
looking. I'm
like,
just
you
looking
look at the three of them, and the human really stands out because he's just sort of, other than being a pirate, he seems kind of normal.
Curiouser and curiouser.
as you like fly up to it, I'm just like,
You see it too?
I don't know what I saw.
Sitting
I make it
there.
a point to exaggerate my movements, like when I'm adjusting the pins, I'll be like wagging my butt and shit. I'm really ferrying it up.
Alright, I mean, dude, you're one of the fair folk. Fair folk do things for their own reasons, and no one questions it. So,
Weird.
here's the question now. Are you going to join them at the table with your newly made chair?
Once I know I have a place where I can be relaxed, yeah, I would hop down there.
Okay. There's a space
Let me
at
know
the
the timing is right, and I'll do it.
No, there's a space for
How
you.
tall are you?
It looks like I'm
Oh,
actually going to do
mine.
this.
No.
I want the four of you to give me another perception roll, please. Okay.
16. 19.
22.
Dice aren't rolling.
What did you say my modifier was for this? It's 3 and 2. Is that how I do it?
Yep.
So it's 5 plus whatever I roll.
And that is.
So I got a modified 19, natural 14.
Yeah. Three of you notice this. One of you does not. On the table looks like someone etched an ace of spades.
Which would probably be very easy to see
So
from my
being
position.
assassin,
There's
I
a,
know that.
From my
In
head.
the middle of the table, there is essentially a pewter candelabra with one large candle that's about this tall. It's lit. It's dark in here. Where each of you are sitting in front of that candelabra is a card etched into the spot.
I put my
Ace.
card on it.
Ace of spades, jack of spades, king of spades, queen of spades.
I put my card on it.
You gonna put your card on there?
It's a theory of mine.
You want to see the theory?
Uh-huh.
Okay. As you slide the card into place, there's a flicker, and the etching disappears.
Suck it.
So my intent is to flutter down from my little comfy spot, like directly onto the table in a very call it a stalwart manner, like chest puffed out, and I'm gonna march around the candle as I'm conducting an investigation, and I'll have a little litany for everyone at the table,
Why does he remind me of the
as if
guy
I'm like a
on
little
Dragonlance?
Sherlock Holmes or something. And I would
You know
like to
what I'm
discover
talking
the mystery of what just happened with the card. And when I'm
He's
done,
reminding me of what is that Phaon from Dragonlance?
and when I'm done, I take one of the needles from the
Toss
pin
them
cushion.
off.
I toss up my card and pin it to the candle that I've been marching around.
He reminds me of Tasselhoff.
All right, so let's do the litany. Do you want to role play it, or do you just want to say that you did it?
For now, I'll just say I did it, but
All right.
that is the kind of thing I do like.
So
to
this
get
is
into.
what I'll do for you.
I don't have much time
I got you.
experience playing this character yet.
So what I'll do is I'll say this: give me a performance roll.
Okay.
So I know you. I don't think you took that as a skill that you're proficient in, but roll it with advantage.
Well, I did.
You did take performance.
Yeah, and so my
It's charisma
charisma is
plus-
17.
your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so 3 plus, what would that be like? Another 3?
So you'll roll. You'll add 6 to whatever you roll. You get to roll the d20 twice and take the better roll because you have advantage.
So
That's 14 again.
So 14 plus
And then roll it one more time.
Nicer.
See if you get a better. 19. So you take the 19, add 6 to it, and that's your total.
25 total.
So your
for my
performance of 25. So this tiny little, well, not tiny actually. You're small. So you're probably a little bit bigger than.
I do have the ability to modify that though.
Yes, you do.
Because
you have this. So you made yourself a lot smaller. All right. So you're a tiny size at the moment, which means you're only about like this tall.
Okay.
I'm looking at
Walking around, he walks.
I'm looking at him like squish, squish.
He walks around and he basically picks apart each of you based off of observation. Takes one of the pins and pins his card to the candle at the end of it. Now, I want you 3 to give me Wilson wisdom saves. If you fail this, you are in awe of him.
Wisdom save is a 3. Right?
Oh, crit 25.
I have a 11.
Okay, you are in awe of the little fairy.
Okay.
You don't want to hurt him. You probably want to make love to him in some weird way. Not necessarily in the sense of a romantic way, but you're just like,
I want to cuddle. Come
this,
here.
this little creature is just dripping with charisma, and you fucking love it. Ron, what'd you get?
15.
15? Okay, you just made it. You weren't in awe, but you are definitely impressed.
Coloring impressed. I only thought fey creatures were only good for playing tricks. I like it. I like it.
I reach over and I grab it.
Okay, you will probably get stabbed.
Okay.
Don't. I'm just going to say, out of character, don't. There's a reason why you guys are here, and you might piss off your potential employer by fucking with one of your potential comrades. And considering you were on a roof doing the broody edgelord thing and then had a card in your pocket, that only person, they can get you anywhere, anytime they want.
Yeah.
And is that really something you want to be on the bad side of?
Nope.
Common sense. It's a beautiful thing.
Pro logic.
So,
it works.
so regarding the carving on the table and what he did with his card.
Yep.
Any conclusions from my mini investigation?
Proof of arrival.
Okay.
I'll just give that to you. So you'll probably unpin your card, put it on the one for you. It does the same thing.
Okay, cool.
And having seen this happen twice now, cards on the etching disappears in a... It looks impressive. It's a ripple and a slight flash, but nothing like, oh my god. Nothing overtly magical for anyone beyond the table.
Is this
Right,
druidic?
No.
Okay.
I just go, and I just put mine down.
Same thing. A ripple, a little flash of light, and the sound of shuffling cards.
Ooh.
So if I put mine on there, the chances are we're probably going to be going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, matey.
You damn scurvy dog.
Don't let your stump hold you up.
Are you yellow? Look at him saying, what's wrong? Are you yellow?
Are you actually teasing him in character?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. You're...
I'm going to go ahead and snap his neck. And then step back out of AO. Step out.
You're gonna leave?
But yeah, by doing that, I'm going
You have to snap my neck first.
I'm going to remove the AO possibility. I'm just going to snap him real quick and then step right out.
You know what he's doing, right?
What?
Explain it to the idiot.
I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to let him see it. Let him see it. He'll be very, very surprised and shocked that I can walk away from him. Because normally you can't.
Alright, so roll to do the thing.
Okay.
What
It's not
thing?
going to hurt him. Not gonna
That's for him to know and for you to find out.
I got a 10 base roll. And what are we rolling here against? We do
You need dice, Ron?
I do have dice. That's right.
Oh, you're doing digital.
Yeah. What do we got? +5. What do we got? I need to know that. It's very important. The proficiency bonus is +3. The wisdom is 6. The dex is +6. So 16.
All right.
That's what I'm guessing. 16. I rolled a base.
What's your AC?
My what?
His touch AC.
Armor class.
Armor class 15.
I really could have hurt him.
Oh, just out of nowhere. All right. So tell him exactly what you did and the fact that you stepped away.
I flick him. I'm not hurting him.
You flick his nose.
Flick his
basically.
nose.
Flick.
And then disappear. I mean, AO out.
I just vanished.
Well, no, I actually do Arankus Audacity. Yeah.
Ricochet.
Fancy footwork here. No AO.
What's that?
Normally you would be able to
Attack
Attack
strike me
of
by
opportunity.
watching me leave.
Basically, he reached in, flicked your nose, and just took a step back. Normally, when he moves out of that, because this was technically a hostile action, you would have the ability to strike at him, but his class ability allows him to completely negate that. So he was able to do it in such a way that even if you pulled your knife, you would never have been able to hit him.
Even if I threw it?
Even if you threw it.
You wouldn't be allowed to AO.
Let's put it like this. I would have probably let you have the roll, but you would have whiffed it anyway. You would have thrown it, and it would have been like high, low, or off to the side. And you'd just been like, what the fuck? And it's like, you can't hit me. Calm the fuck down.
I just start nodding.
Game respects game.
One of my psionic abilities gives me that with, I guess, just concentration or something.
That's cool.
That I can do something like that.
It'll allow you to,
I think it was. Here, I'll figure it out.
Wait, so I can't hit him?
No.
When he sits down, I use wind push to fucking push his chair from behind
You
him.
can, just not as an attack of opportunity.
No.
Exactly.
No, that'd take too long.
All right. So,
Let's get
are you
over
going to
it.
sit back at the table now that you know that you have made your point?
Yeah.
All right. Will you place your card on its spot?
I'm going to warn everybody, that's probably going to be the entrance to the exit.
More than likely.
Hold on to your acorns.
That's the point.
Okay.
Better hold on to your acorns, everyone.
Don't tell,
Oh, boy.
don't tell the turtle that he'll eat him.
All right. You place your card, the same effects, and the candlelight flickers green for a moment. But nothing changes.
Okay.
I'll look around the table.
Turn the candle.
You guys also got your acorns?
Turn the candle. Or are you going to rotate the candelabra?
Yes.
I mean, it moves freely. It's not attached to anything.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe that might be a trigger for an exit.
I blow the candle out.
The door opens, and, and another person comes in. A human. Which isn't all that uncommon around here. Although the way he's dressed is a little ostentatious. He looks like a gambler almost. If anything, the cards he's playing with as he walks in, absent-mindedly, shuffling and flicking cards out back into the deck, screams that this guy is some kind of magical person. Kind of magic, you're not sure.
Not great, a mage.
But he's shuffling he's shuffling a deck of cards one-handed, and one at a time.
It's
into the
Gambit.
other hand, and repeats the process.
That
You
seems
go
like
straight
Gambit.
to your table.
Sounds like Gambit.
I mean, you can fuck around and find out,
No, I'm good.
but I wouldn't recommend it.
Well. You coming straight to us must mean that we have you to thank for this invitation.
I represent interested parties.
Fair enough.
I'm
He
already
grabs a
bored.
chair from a random person, just yanks it out from underneath of them, and sits by you guys.
Ah, we got a regular politician here.
Power. I like it.
And the man who hits the ground, starts the protest, and then just
Shut up.
falls asleep.
Yep, mage. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum, bum, bum.
You know, hiring you was probably a mistake, but I don't make those decisions. He puts the cards away. Each of you are here because you possess particular talents that my employer desires to use. A job. Obviously not a simple in and out. Definitely going to be difficult.
Yay.
It's easy in the sense that you need to retrieve a single item. One orb. A relic of
Dragon
elvish
Arms,
nature.
huh? Dragon
Of
Arms.
elvish nature. You really are asking for a big haul then.
Uh-huh.
It's not just any old orb. It's the Orb of Seasons.
Now that is a big heist.
Yes. Fortunately for you guys, other than it being a very powerful relic of elvish origin, people who possess it don't know what it's used for. Or even how to use it. Interested?
I'm very interested.
What's its origin?
What's in it for us?
Who created it?
The elves created it in the Age of High Myth after the fall of the Cyclopean empires.
I've only briefly heard of it. I don't know exactly what it does. I've only
What's in
heard
it for me?
that it's elven magic in it can do some really crazy things.
Well, this isn't
Okay.
this isn't just theft. This is cultural misappropriation.
He does a little flourish and a card appears in his hand. And he sets it on a corner and with a flick it spins. And as it spins, it generates images around it.
I started
An image
looking directly at
representing
the
the orb.
images.
It seems to be about the size of your average crystal ball.
I memorized.
Shot through with veins of platinum, but in 4 sections. Each one is color-coded with images of 4 seasons. Spring, summer, fall, and winter.
That just remind me of Dragon Lord.
I can only imagine the fact that this thing actually controls the seasons for whatever hemisphere it's in. Again, I don't know exactly what it does.
This can be used to control either locally or globally. If you wanted to prepare, plunge the world into a perpetual summer,
Judgment
you
Day.
could. And until someone turns the orb off, it will be eternal summer, with all the benefits and drawbacks that come with it.
Or it can be eternal winter and everybody gets starved to death.
That is
Incredible
a
amount of
really
power.
scary thought.
I want to march up to his little card, and I want to do a maneuver where I fall back, leaving all my soot on the table for like a imprint around my body, and I don't want to end up in a relaxed position where I'm like this, like looking up at the card like it's a big TV.
Question: do you have the spell Prestidigitation?
I don't.
It's a cantrip.
I use it. After you leave your little pile of soot, I'm just like,
Prestidigitation is a cantrip that has a bunch of relatively minor effects, but you can abuse the shit out of it.
Well, I do have a few things that give me access to some spells, but I don't know about
I
that.
could have used push wind on him.
True. But the turtle makes you a chair from the ash that once covered your entire body.
Okay. Alright. So
This
now,
is,
now I got a front row seat to his little TV thing.
This is approximately what it looks like.
Aw.
There aren't many images or records of it, except for the fact that it's in the tower on the edge of town. There are other things in the tower, but your now employer only desires this. If you decide to liberate anything else from the tower, that's purely on you. But you will not receive any protection from the consequences of such a theft. And just as a gesture of goodwill, he reaches behind himself, no bag, no backpack, and produces a large-looking purse of
Alchemist.
soft leather and tosses it on the table next to you, spilling out several platinum coins.
I take one.
Holy crap.
500 platinum apiece
Oh fuck.
each for the completion of the job. And if you manage to do so without getting caught, an additional 100 platinum pieces of pressure. If you survive.
Where did I put that at?
Here, about to piss off the moron man.
Oh, he's just putting this on display. He hasn't given it to you yet.
Man, don't touch it yet.
Are any of the coins shiny enough that I can look at my own reflection in them?
Yes.
I'm enamored.
Understandably so.
Any kind of dancing I can do with spinning coins, I'm doing all that shit too.
You make
Well.
the rice man mad.
Now that is wild. I will say. 500 plus 100 for not getting
I
caught.
can't see.
A piece.
Yeah, I'm definitely in. That'd be the biggest payout I've had.
And caught by who? Because so far we've already been caught by you.
You've been recruited
Just wait.
by my
You want me
employer.
to take it?
I haven't caught you, but I was the one who put the cards on you.
He's like, you did all that?
Oh, I did.
It's like
I definitely like your pact of magic.
emphasizing how small I am and how small my pockets are.
I mean, he holds up his hand like this, and there's just a card there, just out of nowhere. I like cards. And kind of does another little flourish, and there's a whole suite of them. Complete this task.
I'll do an aerial as he fans them. Like I kick my legs in the same motion.
And then again with a flick, they're just gone.
I like it.
I like this guy.
Alright, I'm
I
in.
like it too.
Where exactly do we have to go?
Any dangers to be aware
The Guardians of the Tower.
of? Who are?
Sounds like my kind of thing.
Unknown.
I think you guys lost.
No one who's ever
Well,
gone inside the tower to rob it has ever come out alive.
Concerning.
Considering that it's about 500
Of course.
platinum.
Off character real quick.
Mhm.
I have a plan.
We have no idea what
It might actually succeed just to do it without any fucking casualties.
right now, we don't even know what the heck this thing looks like.
No, I know. Well, we know what it looks like.
Bubba, leave them alone.
We just don't know what the things are that are guarding it.
No, I'm talking about the tower itself.
Oh yeah.
We have no idea what we're going in for.
Go to
Still, I
mommy.
have a distraction plan,
Bubba, go to mommy.
But
and it deals with
come on.
me coming in the front doors.
So who's to say we could find your bauble in a big, dusty
Not to
stone
steal.
tower?
Well, each level of the tower is dedicated to one relic or another, each more powerful than the last. Considering this is essentially god-level power, I would assume it's at the top, the greatest of defenders. I've only heard stories of what could be up there, but apparently the embodiment of fear itself resides there.
Oh, I'm good. I'm in.
Me too. That sounds fun.
I definitely say I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
He stands and just shoves the chair aside. Excellent. Even though not all of you have agreed.
I understand why someone wouldn't. Someone who's wise enough to realize that we're about to go to a location where no one has come back from.
Oh, I already know that's my life.
Well, someone had to build the tower.
Yeah, they're probably still there.
Maybe.
Might
They're
not
probably the guardians of the tower.
I know people that build things and they're gone the next day.
You are so Tasselhoff. You are Tasselhoff. The hell?
It's worth a look.
You're the one who's going to be the hardest to convince of this.
That's unfortunate, but that's just the reality. There's danger in everything we do, and sometimes danger is more painful than the payment itself.
I will definitely say, I'm not gonna lie, this does scare me. But that's what I do. I am a hired thief.
I'm always down to kill things.
And I mean, you have not given us an order to not be hostile if needed, but we just get extra payment if we are without being caught. But technically, are you really caught if everyone's dead?
That part.
I'm just saying.
I like him.
Well, let's be honest. Stealth would probably be preferable.
Oh yes, of course. I'm in. Like I said, this does scare me, I'm not gonna lie, because I have no idea what we're up against. For all we know, we could be going up against a whole army of red dragons, and that would not be preferable for me. I'm kind of crunchy and taste good with ketchup.
Let's catch up.
How the hell are you a celestial being?
I grab my belt and my pants and I pull them up and I tighten my belt and I go, I could march through an army of red dragons.
They would have to try to catch you.
Oh, bastard.
Everyone has their strengths.
This job is going to be much simpler with 4.
I've
It
been
can be done
taking
with
out
3.
Dragonborn before.
I mean, clearly, if we've all been recruited, we each have our own specialties.
Yeah, me, killing Dragonborn.
Okay. What about the option of considering the fact that you're obviously undermanned? We do have 4 if we have everybody.
I would probably have to fill in, and I would rather not. This
That's
suit
what
is
happens.
expensive.
Then what about
All of
what about an option for possibly maybe a raise if one of us is killed?
I can extend this deal,
baby biscuits.
as I am authorized to do so.
Hey.
If one of you were to
Perish?
die, their share can be delivered to the person or persons that they designate. And if you designate no one, then it's divided amongst the survivors, should there be any.
Give mine to a
And
turtle.
we are, and as you did say, we are able to steal anything from the tower if we so wish. We would just have to pay the penalty if we did.
Yeah.
If you get caught.
Oh, if I
Now,
get caught or die,
when you
my
say
shit goes to
caught,
fun.
You're assuming that the individual is
Will
able to
keep us
raise
alive.
an alarm and identify us as the persons that.
Well, the first few levels do have mundane dwarven guards and a few humans. I'm not sure what's on those levels, but none of them have tongues to speak with. Whoever owns this
Huge.
tower is very keen to
Secretive.
keep the things inside.
So we're going inside a location that the items inside that should probably not
Never
be
come
taken
out.
I try to keep most
Except
of my
for the
inside
orb.
things inside too.
Are you a what?
The orb's the concern. The orb's the concern. And if you do have the ability to use it,
You know what I'm talking about.
Pat, pat, pat. That's like,
Well,
what you got there? What you got? He's dancing. He's dancing with it.
so we're in agreement
Barbie.
then. We have an accord.
yeah, that's fine.
Hi, I'm Barbie.
Dead.
As far as my court will allow me to entertain this mission.
4 cards appear in his hands, 2 in each. And he hands the one to each of you.
Okay.
There's a minor teleportation spell inscribed into that card. Once you've acquired the item, simply use it. It'll take you to the designated place.
How big is my card in relation to my size?
It's a normal sized card, so it's pretty large. But the moment that you go pick it up, its size adjusts to be appropriate to you.
Perfect.
Just like the one that was
Damn
found on
it! Didn't you want to sign twirl that?
Don't lose
And-
that card.
As it's getting smaller, I'm like,
As those cards only work for one person.
Got it.
You lose it, you're essentially forfeiting your life in the tower. No one will come to get you, and no one will mourn your loss. Except maybe the relatives you made wealthy with this agreement, or not.
Alright, go
Not
ahead
my
and
problem.
sign off on the monastery for my.
So you've designated
Yeah.
where you wanted to go should something happen?
Mine goes to the turtle.
I believe shake would be appropriate. It is what your kind does, isn't it?
No, I'm a little more neutral than that.
Yeah, I don't shake.
I do shake.
He shakes each of your hands, and you feel this for those of you that do decide to shake. And you can feel a sort of contract has been formed with this agreement.
Okay, I shake.
Your agreement to do the job, your agreement to accept the payment for said job, and where this money will go should you not make it out. He offers you a finger, since you're size, and you get that feeling as well. Follow me. And he walks out the door. He just walks out the door. Give me
Does he have,
insight or perception checks.
does he have any buttons,
We got
like
+9 on both.
fancy filigree, like metallic buttons? on
Oh
his
yes, this guy's. Let's pull out
Nat
this.
20.
clothes? I'm going for one of the buttons.
I have 23.
On his,
Perception.
on his jacket or his pants or something. I'm going for a button.
You got a high of 18.
I got 23.
23.
Oh wait, what
24.
are we rolling for?
Either insight or
That's
perception.
why my money goes to the turtle.
And just tell me which one you did.
Ugh.
But I want one shiny to go with him with my face etched in it. Flipping him off.
Plus, so 17 total, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was perception.
Okay. Nick,
I'm still trying for one of his buttons.
Yep.
what'd you roll and what were you rolling?
I rolled perception and it was 24 total.
Okay.
I
Right.
grabbed the
Insight-
seal
I
little.
have insight at +9. I have perception
Question.
at +9.
Do I
So
see
pick
him?
whichever one you feel is
Oh.
thematically flavorful.
I haven't
Well, the
rolled
high
the
roll
high
I
one
did was
yet.
18, but the other one was 14. So.
Okay.
Question. When he does his move, I want to try to stop him like fucking Papa. Grab him by the scruff and say, no you don't.
I'm gonna try to do it as stealthy as possible. I'm getting one of those motherfucking buttons.
Alright, so give me a stealth roll to see if,
What about the sleight of
Nat
hand?
20.
okay, you roll a nat 20 plus whatever your stealth skill is. Roll perception.
So I got 20.
Okay, so he definitely beats you because with his adding his stealth skill, he adds on to that natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you did not see him, so
3 plus 5 would be +8, I think, if that's how it works. Okay, so I got a nat 20 plus 8.
so a 28 total. Yeah, you successfully, like, for that moment while you're doing
I have
this,
a 28 perception seeing him do this crap.
now give me a sleight of hand roll to steal the button.
That's funny.
But for those, and I'm gonna rule that you didn't notice anything. You didn't notice anything because you were more focused.
Look
on
at this shit, because I could not. I
Nice. Okay, you successfully retrieved this button,
Alright.
and it's one of the buttons on his vest.
Okay.
Oh, it's like right there in front of
Great, yeah.
him. All right. As you guys
Everyone
are-
wants to know what happened to the button.
I know.
Nobody knows but me.
Who's got the button? Who's got the button?
This whole time that you guys have been having this conversation, as you walk out, no one has moved. No one has moved. The candle flames are locked in position, and the people are like mid action.
That is really high level magic.
You're so funny.
That is really high level magic though.
Oh, this isn't mine. This is my employer's.
Careful.
He wanted to give us a window to communicate without interference or scrying or any other shenanigans. This way.
Including buttons.
Okay.
You guys step outside the tavern, and this whole area is under this effect. No one is moving. There are birds in the sky that are mid-flight, like mid-flap. Mind you, it's like
Why does this remind me of racing?
it's like 3:30-ish in the afternoon.
Let's do sign.
This is a pretty good-sized town. It's pretty run down. The one thing that all of you noticed when you came in here, there's a lot of fucking morticians living in this town. Which is probably part of the reason why it's named Wake's End.
Get ready for the meat grinder.
All right now.
There are like 4 different churches / temples in this place. Careful beings, you're going to bend that. And, of course, on the east side of this town, just outside, is the tower in question. You didn't really notice it when you were walking in. The tower appears to be of elvish construction. So it doesn't really look like it's made of stone. It looks like it grew out of the ground, out of white marble and alabaster.
Now that's a sight to behold, right there.
If you had to judge its height, it's the equivalent of a 30-story building.
I've seen better.
It's impressive for what it is. I haven't seen something like that.
You've probably seen other examples of elvish architecture, but usually they're tampered with by whoever happens to be using them.
Right.
You know, you can tell the difference in the stonework and the patchwork. It's just, no one has ever been able to replicate elvish engineering. It's very distinct. Just like dwarven, construction is distinct to dwarves. Anyone who acquires, for example, a dwarven fortress and tries to repair it, you don't always see where the repairs are made because the quality and the workmanship is never as good. It's at best a facsimile. But this tower looks pristine. This thing is practically a relic all its own.
Yeah, my sister's got 3 like it.
Okay. Time to say my plan.
What exactly is this plan you speak of?
I'm gonna walk in acting like I'm looking for work.
You must be an idiot and a half.
Think about it. They'll
No,
be
dude,
concentrated
I ain't.
on me.
What?
They'll be concentrated on me while you guys get everything I run.
Bro, I don't think that's gonna work, honestly. You
Well,
walk up, they're gonna put a
stop
bolt in
thinking
your
it's
ass.
Which I
I'm
want
gonna be
to
the first.
leverage that a little bit. I know that in certain areas there are like little known villages or like an elven village under a lake type stuff, like hidden. And I would like to zoom around as fast as I can to see if there's anything like that in this area. And specifically, I want to do it while the time stop thing is.
Did you take history as a skill or no? I don't think you did. I wasn't sure though.
No.
No. What about nature?
No.
You know what? I'm gonna have you pick one: history or nature. This will aid you in this particular search.
Could I do investigation?
You can do investigation.
I'll do the other two, but I'm trained in that. So.
Do investigation, and you're gonna need to hit a 15 or better on this.
14 plus
Plus yours.
trained plus 3.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. You can see that there were ruins here at one point. Like this, Wake's End is built on top of the foundations of what was probably an elvish city, but the buildings themselves are all gone. All that's left is this tower.
So this is the stuff that's
This is what you're seeing.
in the lore of gnome and elf. It's the things that normal folk wouldn't be able to see.
Mhm.
You know, it'd be like hidden. That would be the.
It wouldn't be so much hidden in this instance. It would be the fact that the settlement that's been here has been here for so long. The people that live here don't remember or know,
Okay.
or most likely don't care.
Okay, cool.
I go research.
Been here so long that they don't care about it.
Exactly. Like you, when you
research.
fly up, and I'll just say that you did this. It's time stopped, so you flew up, and you can see that this city was actually quite extensive at one point. But you can see where the Earth has basically reclaimed the vast majority of it, and that Wake's End sits roughly in the, eastern portion of what had been a very, very large elven metropolis.
Okay.
But all those, like I said, other than that exception, which is on the east side of this town, everything else is gone. It's just foundations, dirt, and grass.
You said you were a druid, right?
Yes.
Which means you could wild shape.
And then when
That
I'm done,
much I know
I'll
about
go
a
back to
druid.
them wherever they were,
Yes.
whatever they're doing.
How about you do the smart thing?
And if I
Transform
notice that the
between either
time
like a
stop-
bird or a
time stop
bug.
thingy If that stops,
and then
I would
fly
go to it
in and
immediately
see
at
and
that
look
moment.
around.
Is there what animals are known around this region?
Why don't he take, say,
Cats, dogs, rats.
Inside a building like this,
You do that too, yeah.
and then
You
Or
can even.
inside the statue.
like bugs.
The tower, yeah.
we'll have to.
There
Turn
would be
into a
some-
cockroach.
We could also put.
Okay.
No, an ant.
Intentional, so they have a bonus and pulling
All right.
themselves
I
up.
turned into an ant.
Okay.
Well, hold on. And
Hard to see.
you can even. I'm sorry, I don't even know everyone's name. What is your name, sir? Hawk?
Which is kind of funny since everyone else is a bird.
Well, I'm Terry. What is your name, little one?
Stifflebean.
I like
You
it.
really did tassel off.
And what was your name?
Drax.
Drax. If you could fly up, because Hawk had a good idea. If you could fly up to the top floor, you could actually see what's in there. We might be able to actually use the combined rope that we have and actually get up there on our own.
Butterfly.
So
You can do-
150 feet.
All of a sudden, that would be normally up there.
Well, again, you're in a town with mostly humans. Pigeons are pretty fucking common.
Yeah, okay, pigeon will work. I turned into a pigeon.
I would do something a little stronger.
Well, remember, whatever he's carrying on him
Yeah.
goes with him. So when he wild shapes, essentially
It
all
turns
of his
tiny.
his clothes, his possessions, anything he's on him are like kind of displaced, but they go with him.
Okay.
A place where I can
Well, that's
hide
gonna be
my
600
the
feet.
beginning of my stash, my
That's true.
button. My button will
No,
be the beginning
I'm
of
sorry.
my first little
600 feet of
hoard.
rope is
So I'm gonna find a place where I can
You don't
hide
need
it where no
rope.
one else, would
Okay.
dig it up or in a treetop or wherever
Hang
the
on.
fuck, like
What?
where's the
Hey,
place no one else is gonna look?
Hawk.
We should have no
Yeah.
problem then.
Don't need rope. I could wind push you up there.
I don't think you could push them that far. That would be
No, that would be a lot of magic to
I
put forth.
think rope at the very top.
Hey,
Or
give
you
me
could
some rope.
Nodding.
or you could investigate it first, fly around,
Yeah,
see
that's
what
what I
you
was
see.
thinking.
Maybe try
Do
and
that
gain
first,
entry
and
through a
then-
window. See
That's
if
what I was thinking. See
Do
what's
that
actually in
first,
the
then
top.
we can implement the rope if we need it.
Yeah, I'll do rounds and go try to go around and see all the weak points and interesting.
Now, you can use this as an excuse to
Yeah.
hold your button too, that you can help him flying around trying to find a way in that isn't ground level.
You're gonna
So
Me
I'll
break.
and
grab-
Hawk,
I'll grab
me and
one of my
Hawk can actually
needles,
look around
and I'll
down
be
here
like,
and
"I'll
see if we
defend
find
you."
anything.
I go to the very top of the pigeon and I go try to find a window to fly into the top.
Alright, you're flying to the top of the tower. What are you two doing while these two look for a way
You want to
in?
look around on the bottom here?
Yeah, you can look around on the bottom, but
I make sure to stay near other pigeons.
How long does the darkness last? For
And while I'm following you around, I look like a tiny little statue
How long
with
does
a
the
needle
darkness
stuck out,
last?
like I'm
Uses
fencing in
the
the air.
darkness
Like
spell.
someone riding a pigeon.
Yeah.
I believe it's concentration.
I put a little rope around me. Hey, I tie his legs on me with
Are
a
you
string.
using?
If I do, I'm
I start
using
looking for something that looks like a little lance.
Well,
Hey
remember,
guys,
remember, it's also like just after midday, so a big inky cloud
Yeah,
of darkness is
not always a
supposed
good thing either
I'm
way.
gonna start
I know.
looking for a little
And you guys
stick
don't
that
have to
looks
move
like a
on
lance,
it right now. You can wait till later.
That's
Toothpick.
true. So we'll just go
Alright, so you
It'll be
let
a little
them.
too small. But
You guys will walk. You know.
So we're gonna explore
Two
the
pigeons
ground
together.
on.
Ramming speed pigeon.
Alright, so you guys gonna do a perimeter check, as it were.
Looking like a
Without
stay
being
on a
noticed.
regular pigeon. That might work.
I have stealth of 6.
Okay. So while you two are doing the perimeter check, you both fly up. You stash your ill-gotten prize
He's got a little pencil in
in
his
the
hand.
thatching of one of the roofs.
Pardon me?
In the thatching of one of the roofs, right next to the fireplace,
Cool.
or more specifically, next to the fireplace stack.
Okay.
I got a,
Is there other pigeons there?
There's pigeons all over the place.
Good.
I got a 19 in stealth, and I'll roll for perception.
I'm looking for a little stick that I can use as like a lance, as if I were like riding him as a pigeon, and I would have a lance.
I got a natural 20 for myself.
All right.
I allow it.
like a chopstick or something like that.
No chopstick, but you do find
Yeah,
plenty
pencil
of
on my
sticks that will use the bill.
With a little pencil.
So while you guys are flying and doing that,
So
22
call it,
for perception.
you can add that to your.
just call it tiny lance or something.
Yeah.
Thank you, Athena.
Especially if you take the twine to put one of the needles on there. It's like, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm going for. As cute as fucking possible.
Right. Misdirection in the fucking
I'm not going for functionality. I'm going for cute.
So,
It might come in handy though.
Yeah.
alright, guys. Here we go. Alright.
21 for the deception.
You guys managed to hide,
26
but
for the-
even with your good rolls, there's a full almost 200 yards between the edge of town and this tower that's just open land. There's no bushes, no nothing. So you can get close-ish, but anything past that, they're going to see you even with those rolls. You do see the guards.
I'm in.
It's weird seeing a bunch of dwarves in elven plate mail.
No, that's just not right. Why the hell?
Beardless
Get it?
dwarves in plate mail.
Why would they put children in elven armor?
Maybe they're cursed.
Donovan, what's
The
up?
stories where I come from say this is how it's supposed to be.
You've met dwarves before, and
Or mine.
you've seen these dwarves. Almost all of them are male. There are a couple of women in there doing patrols in this
Go to mom.
beautifully made
Mom.
armor
Your mom wants you.
that wasn't originally made to fit a dwarf. It was modified by someone. And none of them have beards. Like, they're clean shaved. You can see their faces. They are fucking clean shaved. Which alarm bells in your mind are going off because you've known a few dwarves. They would rather die than trim their beard, let alone fucking shave that bad boy off.
This screams red flag all over like my ex.
And you have you served with a few dwarven crewmates, and you see the same thing. This is incredibly abnormal.
I mean, elves and dwarves don't even get along.
No, they don't.
That's-
But you guys do look, and bless you. Other than the obvious gate in the front, which you almost didn't see it as a gate because the metal looks wrought like vines and leaves with thorns on it.
Now that's druid construction at its finest.
Dwarven. No, elven. Sorry. Elven construction.
Elven
Well, I say druid because if I don't see the iron, and I only assume it's grass and leaves, I'm gonna assume that anyone else but a druid didn't touch it. That's hella nice though.
Do I sense anything for around here?
All right. While you guys are doing that, you guys are flying, and you are riding the pigeon.
I'm allowing it.
Toward the top of the tower. The tower's topped with a dome. The dome is massive and looks like flower petals, like the petals of a closed flower, coming to a peak.
I like
No adornments. That top floor section,
like real flowers, like living ones.
like living ones, but white and with veins of blue in it. There's no pigeon poop on there, by the way.
None?
None.
Is there pigeon defense up there?
No.
Fly around in banks.
Is there pigeons up there?
No. Flying around from time to time, yes, but
Not touching.
they don't land on it. It's
Well,
almost
then I
like
keep flying around. I'm not landing on that bitch and pigeon thing.
Fly around in
Okay,
banks near the flowers.
the way
and
they
then they come
fly-
all covered in blossom and bloom.
the way,
I get near enough so you can fucking try something.
the way they're flying, it's like they can't even see it's there. But they seem to fly around it perfectly fine.
Wait, who's flying?
Yeah.
You said they're
The
flying?
pigeons.
Oh,
They don't know.
The pigeon.
The pigeons
Not
can't tell
just
the-
the pigeons, but the other birds. Like you saw one fly straight toward the tower and then
It's got an
and
avoidance
keep
spell
going on the
around
same
it.
flight path.
It's got an avoidance spell around it, so nothing runs into it.
Do you want to try and fly in one of the openings?
Yes.
well, after we do our floor.
Yeah, he wants to flourish some flowers.
I'm gonna make. So it's a spell. It's a druidic spell actually, but I get it for I get like 3 of them a day, like little cantrips or whatever. basically I want to like make some of the flowers blossom and bloom and have like different colors appear and things like that.
And you want to do it on the tower?
Yeah, like I want him to like bank while he's doing it, so I can cast the spell as we're flying and like do it like yeah, like the whole top.
Make it look like you're just entertaining yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. You cast it and nothing happens.
It's got to be you, bro.
It is in its total. All right.
This works for me all the time.
You can see that just underneath this flower petal dome is a series of columns on the outside that hold up the top part of the structure. There's an obvious open space.
No, I don't take an obvious. I
Then
can't.
You can see other windows, but they're like just like glass windows, stained glass.
There's no broken ones?
No.
No other entry?
Nope.
Okay, I fly in.
You hit a barrier.
No wonder.
Like you go right between those columns and
Blink! Ow!
you damn near fall. You almost lose your wild shape
Huh.
and you fall off, but you manage to catch yourself because you can fly.
Yeah.
Grab him by his beak.
I'm like, no, I don't see
I'm like,
any
you
of
bent
this.
my needle.
No, I don't see any of this, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make an Arcana roll.
I
on
go
the tower.
down. After that, I go down and report.
21 total.
There are openings all along the sides going all the way around that are, what are they actually called? They use for archers to
Turret?
shoot out.
Like
The
turret or
turret.
turrets.
That's cut in directly into the wall.
Arrow
There's
slits.
no
I know
top-
what you're
there's
talking
no-
about.
there's
Yeah,
no
the
slits.
arrow slits, yeah.
Arrow slits.
Yeah.
They're arrow slits spaced out in consecutive
Sniper
patterns, creating very effective kill zones around the tower. You don't see anyone in them,
That's what the Arcana gives me.
and they're magically obscured. Like, they're just black. You can see where they are, but you can't see past them because something is magically blanking them out.
I'm just gonna chuckle a little bit and look to Hawk and go, there's a magical barrier around the area, so if they try to go into another, they're gonna hit something.
So
Yeah! No shit!
So I want to go to one of the turrets as close as I can
Probably,
while flying,
probably the strongest
and I
shield,
want to turn
actually.
around and I want to like moon,
Hey.
like pull down my pants and my butt, and, like mooning
I
right
really never expected that.
Well, I'm already flying down saying, no shit, Sherlock!
like.
Oh, did you hit something?
Yeah, you almost broke
Dude,
my
you're
face.
You're a pigeon. You can't speak. You'd have to.
No, I'm transforming on
Next
this
time you
land.
might want to be a damn parrot.
He's not wrong.
No, he ain't.
Alright, so you moon it, but nothing happens.
Okay.
And then you
But
see,
how
Well,
close
you
then-
did
see
I get to it?
Castle off over here
That's
with the
basically
moon.
what I'm doing.
You get to a point where you can,
No, go ahead.
you can see the edge.
Mhm.
You can get your toes on there, but you can't actually stand on it. It's too
Okay.
small. And it's like
So my
solid.
butt hits the little barrier.
So you're rubbing your butt on magical darkness and something else.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, baby, right there.
If you're quite done with fooling around, I have a limited amount of time to hold this. There are two ways in. One of them is through the underground catacombs, where their water comes in and out, and there's sewage.
Oh shit.
Ew,
Very
that-
much.
literally.
Sucks for you guys.
Or there's an air hole about halfway up, right about there. If you guys can get yourself small enough, you can fit through there.
Bug, I knew a bug was a good idea.
Well, I don't exactly fly, so.
You do now.
Not yet.
Not my problem.
I don't mind going through the water.
Anyone got a catapult?
Well, while you guys are doing it, he's just like, good luck. Don't call me. I'll call you. And he just walks back into the town. The moment that he rounds a corner, there's this loud kind of warping warble, and everything just snaps back into place. The birds continue flying. The dwarves are walking there, start resuming their outer patrols.
As soon as I see the time thing back again, I want to go and check and see about my pin cushion. Is it still on the same spot on the beam in the inn?
Yes.
It is. Okay. I'm gonna try to relocate it now that I've done my little test, and I'm gonna put it like near my stash, but not at my stash.
Easy enough.
Okay.
You are Tesla.
Well-
I had to see.
That's exactly what Tesla.
Well, like you said, there's only 2 ways in. Well, sounds like the underground is gonna be my way in.
I'm taking the whole.
Go all by yourself.
I'm not able to fly, so.
Well, we haven't even researched a way that you might be able to become smaller to go in there. That might be easy to do.
Do we have an option for a shrink spell?
Let me see. Because
I
it
don't
said
know.
I could turn things into animal.
You can turn you can turn others into other animals?
No, he can't. Unfortunately,
No,
not without a
but
polymorph spell.
No, I thought the spell was something of like shrink.
There's enlarge, reduce.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, I mean, I can get shrunk and I can go on someone's back. Who
You're my turtle, man.
Well,
He got wings.
I can probably take a piece of yarn up there and y'all can climb it. We could use a kite.
Alright. Just get up there. I shrink him.
You want to try doing reduce?
Yeah.
Will you allow him to do so?
Yeah.
Bubba, come on.
Is it
Out of the
D20?
kitchen. Yes. You know, I'm going to preempt it and say don't roll. You're willing.
Thank God, because it was a 2.
And I know I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to allow you to cast it ritually.
Yes. So I don't even say. I just go
Is that
point while you're talking to me. I point at him, and you're tiny.
Is that the same as when they say you can take 10?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Am I not twirly enough for the Twirtle Club?
You are now.
You got
You're
a monopoly.
officially small.
I turn a bat that can hold him.
You got a monopoly on the
Not
twirl.
really.
Huh?
Not bad.
I was thinking about one of those fruit bats or something.
Yeah, you still can't pick me up.
You would need
Hawk.
something bigger, like
Hawk or golden eagle?
an eagle or something.
Golden eagle.
There you go.
I'll turn into a
Just
golden eagle.
remember that, something like that is going to stand out here because they're not native.
Okay, what's native of mine?
You're going to have to look. I
I
can't
look
just tell
around.
you this.
Dude,
Okay.
roll your nature check.
Nature check.
Oh yeah, speaking of, when we're out here in public and stuff, can I hide on one of you guys?
I don't see why not. I got room in my shell.
At 15.
He's asking you to be his roommate.
Hey,
It'd be worth looking into.
I got 15 net on nature check.
I was gonna like that.
There are large birds of prey out here, but nothing quite large enough to lift a full-grown turtle. Or someone who's, sort of just slightly under dwarf size. Because you're still pretty big.
Fucking fast.
Now, here's a question. Are you guys going to go back and plan this, or are you going to stand here in the open and just jaw about it?
I guess the smart idea would be actually to head back into town then.
Yeah. Here, I regrown.
Sounds like
Yeah,
an idea.
It might be worth talking about some provisions we may want to take with us.
Alright, let's head back in town then and let's talk about it.
I need invisibility.
Or we just get in there, scope it out, and then come right back out and then get provisions.
Wait, how much money do I have?
You
I'm an assassin for like 50 years, so.
No, you're not.
Yeah, and you've
I'm 100-year-old.
been spending money. It's not like you.
Yeah, I know that.
It's not like you collected money from the jobs and never spent it.
No, but assassins usually collect some sort of hoard for their missions.
Yeah,
Not always.
a horde, they don't spend it.
And that's for missions. I'm thinking about finding a
don't have a
magic
hoard.
shop.
This would be more of a. Your hoard would be more trophies.
I want to find a magic shop to find an invisibility code.
You ain't gonna be able to afford a visibility cloak.
I'm going to be spending my free time kind of nonchalantly trying to scope out his shell to see if he's pulling my leg or if he actually has a place for me to hide over there. So I'll be doing it as indiscreetly as I can, but obvious enough that if someone were looking at me that they would be able to figure it out.
Gotcha. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
You're tap off.
All right. When we go back into town,
Do you go
is there
back to the hanged man?
is there an actual like inn for us, like a place for us to sleep?
There is something akin to like a halfway house.
I go to a tree.
The only other option would be to meet one of the townsfolk and offer to rent out some rooms from them, or offer to rent out space in their barn. Because there's a few of those.
Actually,
Roll.
wait. I don't know what I'm even talking about. I got a
Hey Ron, roll me perception.
We got a standard camp. Don't you guys have standard camping gear?
Yeah, that's why I'm going to my tree.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I'm up in a tree and I sit out a little plywood that I have in there.
There are abandoned houses here that you might be able to take in residence.
Wait, I'm a druid. I make a camp.
To wait till night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I make a
In
hut.
fact, if you were to just take up residence in one, no one would.
No, one of the dome
care.
huts. You know,
What do
you know how the
what do you
crows did
say?
it? Those twig
There's
huts.
a house over
That's
there
what I
that
make when we
could
get a
possibly
chance.
Be able to hang out until we're ready to pursue it.
There are houses and there are buildings that
Well,
are.
I technically
shit.
have everything I need for mine.
Well, hold on. We just found an abandoned house over there next to Hawk.
Oh, fuck that. I'm making my own.
You
I'm
do
a
that-
druid. I'm a nature lover. I do this and I create. Sorry. I create a domed hut out of twigs and grass that
You
grow.
don't have spells like that, dude.
I need to. I'm a druid.
Yeah, you don't though.
It's like
I'm gonna start trying to find a place where I
Very
can
good wizard spell.
acquire
That's
meat,
cool, but no.
like fish or
Nice
something
try
like
of
that. I want to start
overpowering
training
character.
ravens and crows to find me things like buttons and put them in my
I
hiding
need to
spot.
spell it.
But
It's
we'll,
gonna take time, but yeah.
Well,
we'll walk. But
that's
we
my
will walk
purpose for
over.
trying to find a way to get some meat. You know, so fish or something like that. A regular food source I can train them.
You know, I just sleep in the on top of the abandoned place.
sleep on top of the abandoned house.
Wherever you guys are going.
Well, we're going into the abandoned house.
Yeah, I'll be on top for century.
That's fine.
I'm an assassin. I'm used to looking around and keeping an eye out everywhere.
Also remember, it's
I'm
still
druid, I'm-
daytime. You're gonna go up on the roof and people will be like, "Look at that idiot."
Yeah, exactly.
Pigeon.
All right.
He's basically gonna pull a Ted 2 thing.
Yeah,
So,
who's
we're
gonna
going-
go up there, get drunk, and pass out?
But mine is throwing apples.
I'll still throw apples. Hey, why are you jogging?
Oh, God.
Nah, I'm an assassin. I'm all about being creepy. So yeah, no, I just go inside a bando and just stay there. I got my shit. Stuff. I got my stuff.
That's everything.
Get your leg off me. I'm over here.
Go first.
And
I did that today.
I need to step outside.
And we'll step outside.
So
Water. Oh, there's your.
That one.
So as we go into the house,
I think you will.
This is the place that you were talking about renting.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's think about this logically. All right, we're going into a tower surrounded by magic. We have two options to go through.
At least two.
At least two. So if we're gonna do that, we need. If we're going to be flying around into this hole, we need 2 scrolls of flight, at least, or somebody willing to cast flight, or a ring or something.
I don't think we have to go that fancy. I can get something in there where we can climb in. Or maybe I could help get something like a little platform. You know, that you guys could go up there and stand, because, you know, I'm not worried about the height issue. You know, but if I can get us up there, and then we can figure out how to get in. You know, he works on size, I work on being able to be at the hole, and we'll figure it out. It's not gonna be that difficult, I don't think.
Well, the other side would be taking the underground. I don't mind the underground option. Actually, that might give us an advantage.
It would probably give us more experience points.
okay with both, but one seems way dirtier than the other.
Well, yeah, that's true. But all things considered, we technically have guards waiting for us to just pounce on us with arrows.
Yes, now.
Well,
If
if
we
they
do this at night, it won't be as bad.
Let's hope.
see us coming, I mean, if we get ready and we got an opportune moment and we know there's a threat, we might be able to convince old boy to stop time for us again. Who knows?
That was a large level spell. I have no idea how to do something like that.
I tested some stuff and it seemed to be pretty fucking legit.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's legit. I'm just saying.
You guys are inside the house, right?
Right.
The rental house.
The rental.
Yeah.
Free rental.
That's a free rental.
Abandoned.
Abandoned.
I looked through the keyhole.
There's a courier outside the door with a box, a parcel of some sort.
They finally found me. They're trying to catch me.
I go ahead and I open the door.
Hide me quick.
Harry?
They finally brought the box like they
That'd be
promised.
me.
Donovan, hide him quick. Hide him quick.
Mind you, this kid's probably like 12 or 13 years old looking at a giant turtle person. Here?
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I hand him a copper
She
piece.
likes me enough.
Thank you.
And I close the door.
That kid sprints like the devil himself is chasing.
I'm
I
all
go
like,
ahead and
I
I
wonder
go.
how long I'd be able to circle around him every single time while it's running away. Just curious.
I'm all like, "Phew, man, do I feel like a fool? He had me convinced.
I go ahead and I open the package up and I just kind of set it down.
This simply wrapped parcel turns out to be a medium-sized wooden box. Inside the box is a map and a note.
Go ahead and open the note up.
I take the map.
Well, you're in luck. I managed to acquire something of an insight to the job. The map you'll find will give you some details on getting in through, at the very least, the base level.
I memorized the map.
After about the 5th level, there is no information.
Excellent. Well, this will help.
After I'm done memorizing the map, I give it back.
You do not have an eidetic memory. There's no way.
You don't.
I'm an assassin. I'm supposed to be able to memorize maps.
Dude, that's one thing, but that's an eidetic memory. Your intelligence level is not high enough for that.
Fine, I memorized the route I'm taking.
Bullshit.
I got a better idea.
That's a good
You guys
idea.
suck.
I'm just gonna lay the
No
map
fun.
out.
I'm gonna inspect the map for tiny little footprints.
No, nothing on it.
You're gonna make them.
This map is actually pretty good. This map is pretty good size. You unroll it out on what was the table, and it covers the table from end to end.
That's our entrance. Yo,
In there.
that is our entrance point right there. So with that being our
Start
entrance,
modifying the map.
with that being our entrance point though, that just means that we're going to be walking straight into their territory. So if we're going to be doing that, we have to prepare for battle, or just simply hide everywhere. That's what we do, right?
Yeah, that part.
You know, you guys can give me straight intelligence checks, since there really isn't anything that governs the use of a map, or blueprints in this case. Other than that.
I think I have something about art though.
Engineering might actually count, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
We don't have
21.
engineering though.
But if you have a dungeoneering kit,
We do
Oh,
have an
yeah,
engineering
true.
kit. So let's do-
Wait, I'm re-rolling that. I'm getting too many 20s. Okay, I got 14.
Intelligence check 24. Wait. 21.
There's no engineering feat anymore, is there? Or skill.
There is a, the dungeoneering. If you have a dungeoneering kit, you get bonuses to it, but it's
But
different.
there's no.
There's no feats for it anymore or skill.
I can't find it.
Okay. It's an intelligent modifier.
Are we trying to roll low or high on these?
High.
Okay.
What'd you get?
18.
You got 18.
Plus whatever my modifier is. I guess. Is that how it works?
Uh-huh.
So intelligence is 15. So it'd be,
It'd be
18
2.
plus 2, 20. So
Nice.
non-natural 20.
No. Unnatural 20.
Modified to a 20.
That's what unnatural means. Asshole.
We Fae don't like to use that.
So a porn star 20?
Yeah. You.
I got a porn star 20.
Porn star 20.
Porn star. What?
It's an unnatural 20. It's a modified.
Don't worry,
modified
we're
to a
talking
20.
about my bachelor party.
It was modified to a 20.
He
Well,
said
that
I
was
was
rude.
unnatural. Just say non-natural.
Try to keep it all natural. Try it.
Well, because I wanted to come up with I wanted to think of something that would fit, and when you think about it, porn stars get breast augmentation, right? To give them that perfect, mostly perfect, size and lift. So a natural 20 would be a woman whose breasts are naturally almost perfect. A porn star, an unnatural 20 would be porn star tits. They are artificially made to be like
She was gonna notice it.
All right. You notice
What?
that there's some sort of
No,
the central column has some sort of waterway built into it.
Oh, like
Going-
on the map?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's less map, more blueprint.
Okay.
But apparently, the way this tower functions, in the center of the tower has some sort of natural water exchange, pulling groundwater up to the higher levels. There's a possibility that if you can access it from the underground section, you can go up, but how far it goes is anyone's guess.
Well, guys, it seems obvious that this place sucks.
That is for sure.
Oh, my sir.
It's a challenge.
It
I
seems,
will.
it seems like a big pump.
I will say if we go
I
into,
do.
if we end up
It's so
going through the
close.
front,
Yeah, something like that. Sorry.
it's a water tower,
It's a bubbler.
something like that.
We have a
For
way
while.
in.
I'm sorry.
Water pipes.
Yeah, well, we have to go underneath for that.
Still, it's fresh water.
I'm sorry, my kids
No,
are
there's
so
sewage
loud.
down there.
Yeah, but when we get into the water pipes, it's fresh.
Really?
I hope that you're right, because
Yeah,
otherwise I'm
so-
drowning you.
Okay. Who cares if it's sludge or not? You're a turtle. You're not turtle enough for the turtle
So
club.
how long can you stay underwater submerged?
1 hour.
Yeah, he
Wow.
got this.
That's intense.
You're taking the tunnels.
A whole hour?
A whole hour.
Wow.
Do you want to be small enough to go in, or do you want to stay your normal size again?
Actually, if I go large, I could probably carry you guys on my back.
Won't work on this city turtle.
I know I'm gonna be fine either way.
I know you're gonna be having fun.
I'm gonna start trying to unbend the needle that we broke on the lance when we rammed the barrier. I'm trying to like bend the needle back.
I go like this.
You're no fun.
Still not right. Now it's got a little dent that's fucking
Now,
with you.
now I'm trying to bend it. I'm trying to bend it again.
No, what? The other way.
All right. Give me a sec.
Who is the dwarf